Hello everyone and welcome to Dark Legends. This time we will enter a sinister world, where greed and corruption are the order of the day. This is the story of how humans are exploited for profit. Listen carefully, for what you are about to discover will shock you. Get ready for a suspenseful adventure.
The night was dark and the wind was blowing harder than usual. Detective John was too preoccupied to notice. He was on a dangerous case, investigating a ring selling illegal organs. John had followed a lead to an old house in the country. Reports said the house was abandoned, but John was convinced there was something sinister about the place. He approached the door cautiously and opened it. Inside was a large room with a long table in the center. Around the table sat a dozen people, all staring at him. Then he realized that all of them were policemen, and all of them were involved in the criminal network. The detective realized that he was trapped and in big trouble. He knew he could not get out of the house without being seen, and that he could not call the police to rescue him. He looked around for some means of escape, but there was nothing. He sat in one of the chairs and listened intently to the leader of the table, who was talking about his plans to sell organs illegally. John was terrified by everything that was described in that conversation, but he knew he had to do something to get out of there alive. John had to find a way to escape and save himself, but things took an unexpected turn. One of the policemen told him that if he wanted to be free and get out alive, he had to do something terrible and macabre: dismember the bodies of some of the victims and sell their organs on the black market to get money to pay for his freedom and a ticket out of the city. The detective began to work with speed and determination. He cut the bodies into pieces and packaged the organs for sale. He knew there was no turning back. John made it out of the place with enough money to escape. However, the horror and guilt of what he had done still haunted him. Once on the train, he discovered that other members of the criminal network had learned of his escape and were following the trail for revenge. Eventually, John was caught by the criminal gang with whom he fought with all his might, but to no avail. The members of the network took him to a secret location where they tortured him for hours, until finally John lost his life. His organs were sold on the black market where no one would ever know who they belonged to.
In this story, we have learned that human exploitation is a reality that we cannot ignore. Human beings deserve to be treated with respect and dignity, and not be used as a commodity. If you want to hear more terrifying stories, then subscribe to Dark Legends. Best regards and see you in a future video.